What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only world reverse colonization game final episode as we make our way towards 10,500. Then there'll be a separate video for the results. I'm not sure exactly where we're up to on the schedule. I think because I finished the other gameplay series that I'm doing, it should be daily uploads for a few days of this series until I get back from my holiday, which I think I am back when you see this video. Like I said, it's well in advance. So I'll have a new series to start of me playing a game coming out soon. But I think there may be a couple of days of this being daily. I'm not sure exactly. But then, of course, we'll do a video at 10,550 and 600. And I'm going to try and keep my eye on it as I let the turns flow. I'll keep an eye out for a Sioux-Shoshone war in particular. To if that goes on, maybe I can show you parts of that as well. Instead of just at 550. And, you know, we could just be looking at the Shoshone have taken out all the Sioux. That's unlikely. That I think it would be a pretty stalemate, and as I said, I think neither AI is willing to declare war on the other. Although something I would say is I think the Sioux have not yet changed ideology, and I don't know how they've managed to remain order. I mean, as you know, they're fine on happiness. I mean, minus 53 is not great, but when overall 54, they're pretty good. Let's just go and look at Brazil. They should fall next turn. Samoa nearly made it. They didn't have any melee units though, so they wouldn't have taken it. But yeah, Argentina have got a settler about to go through somewhere between Australia and Congo and Samoa and Nigeria. They've also got another settler in South Africa. New Zealand just settled in eastern India. And they've got another settler. Maybe New Zealand feel now this is their chance to shine towards the late game. It'll be too late really to have a huge impact on the scores. They've got another settler. I don't know if I said it a second ago, that was all. But they do have another settler, so they'll be going for more cities. But by turn 600, if they really start to settle into India, maybe towards Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan even. Afghanistan's more over here. Maybe even up further into Russia. That maybe could change it for them in terms of their fortunes. Because at the moment they're behind Samoa. They need to find a way to beat the Samoans, I guess. Unless they're happy to just come fifth. At least beat the Kulin, who are pretty sparse on units at the moment. They're looking pretty empty, the Kulin. But there we go, Argentina finishing off Brazil. Another Civ eliminated, mainly by Argentina. We saw Chile fall last video, although that was a bit of a coalition. Obviously, Argentina got rid of them in South America, and then the Shoshone came and did a lot of the work, and they took Cuba. But the Buccaneers managed to slip in and take the former Mayan capital. So the Buccaneers looking pretty cool. They're connected to Tenochtitlan finally in the Gulf of Mexico. They're still kind of important, the Buccaneers. They're going to get a top 10 finish if they can survive the next 11 turns, which would be tough for them, because if the Shoshone have units here, the Shoshone can attack them. The Sioux could probably take them in a couple of turns if they tried. I mean, these paratroopers could probably take the city without any support. They could just melee attack, because these are very low defenses. 40 defense is very low. I mean, when you look around it, 100, almost all at 140 around it, or near enough. So it will be a scary time for the Buccaneers. But New Zealand are doing okay. They're starting to get some planes. They will still probably lose if they get into conflict with Samoa. But the Kulin are looking a bit under strength, although they do have units all over the place at the moment. I don't know where this Argentinian settler's heading. It's not heading for their already big patch of land in North Africa. Maybe it's gonna. Oh, it wants to show me something up here. Nope. Maybe it's gonna head north here of this city. I'm not sure exactly. Oh no, it's gone back in the sea. But yeah, this one seems like it's gonna have tip of South Africa. But this will eventually help out Argentina quite a bit. All this land, so I'm sure they will be. Does Samoa, you sending any settlers? No. You're happy. Happy as you are. So you've got this city in Africa, but nothing's. You've got a bit of an army here, but you haven't done anything with it just yet. There is a Sioux settler, isn't there? It's in Scandinavia. I said it might settle up there. There's also a Shoshone settler, so the colonial race may be beginning again. The Shoshone have actually got another settler up. I think these guys are trying to match each other. Whenever they see one thing, whenever they see each other do something, they'll both try and copy each other. So I think we're now down to 12 civs with cities, I believe. So there's a few still walking around. Yep, 12. Chinook, Australia, California all have one city. Then the Buccaneers on 4. Mapuche and Tlingit have 5. Samoa 7. Kulin have 8. New Zealand 9. The Sioux 21. Shoshone 23. Argentina 24. That is a category they are going to stand to win if they obviously stay ahead for 9 turns. They're going to settle 2 more, so they should win because the Sioux and Shoshone won't probably settle. Well, the Shoshone will probably get 1 city settled in that time, not the second one. Okay, yep, fine. Take me over here. It's going to take me all the way around the world to the same spot I was in. Yep, it is. This settler's probably not going to make it, and straight away, yep, the Shoshone putting an atomic bomb, jet fighters, and guided missiles in Cuba. So that we're going to have a Cuban Missile Crisis, surely, between the Sioux and the Shoshone. All three of the atomic bombs do remain in Toronto. And 5 bombers, the 5 bombers they did have now moved further east into Europe. Easter? That's a holiday, not a direction. But they've moved further east to, I guess, this city that's kind of, I don't know exactly. I don't want to pin it to a place because this map's obviously distorted. We'll call it southern Germany just to be sure. Maybe Austria, but we'll call it southern Germany just to be safe. I mean, I guess from here they can hit both Britain and the Middle East, which is full of Sioux units now. So that'll be interesting. It would be interesting to see the fight in Europe if there was a war break out between those two. Obviously, we would focus on this, which is going to be an absolute bloodbath, where it's mainly a lot of mechanized units from the Sioux, including, it looks like they may be about to attack the Tlingit again, and this time they may really try. That's why they look kind of weak. They do look exposed, but the Sioux, dang it, I'll get there in the end. The Sioux have got a lot of sort of man units, I guess we'll call them, or people units with paratroopers. But the Shoshone have a lot more sort of mobile SAMs and stuff, it seems, rocket artillery, so mechanized infantry. The Sioux heavily reliant on paratroopers. They're still flying stuff in and out. There's now 3 atomic bombs in Cuba. That's interesting. Argentina, I mean, you had to worry anyway because Machu, but now you've definitely got to worry if there's nukes in Cuba. Because that could definitely be a lot worse for you. Because, I mean, I don't even think they probably couldn't even fly them here. It was probably too far away. I know that can happen, so maybe. But yeah, now definitely Argentina. We've got to watch out. There seems to be more of an interest in the region from the Shoshone. New Zealand's other settlers heading towards sort of northern India maybe, but let's go head over here towards central northern region. There's a river over here. Pakistan would be quite a good place to settle here. I know it's a desert, but there is floodplains, sugar, which I think is embargoed, as is ivory. So the AI will probably just settle wherever's tactically best, which will probably be coastal, maybe the west coast of India, because there's no point going for the wonders anymore. They're all embargoed. They could go Sri Lanka. There is Shuri Pada. I think that's how you say that there. That could help out. Nice wonder. I don't think there's any more wonders that haven't been taken in it. Is Mount Kilimanjaro? I don't even know where it is. Thought it was in Africa. Maybe it's not on this map because it's not accurate enough, or maybe I'm just being blind. These are all the mountains here, so it doesn't seem like it's here. Also, what's the lake called? Lake Victoria. Maybe the wonders aren't all dead accurate on this map, or I'm just a scrub and can't find it. But I would have thought it would have been over there, but apparently not. Apparently they're not all here. That's fine. I'm not gonna moan. It's a great map. I like this map. I mean, it was a good one to use for North and South America. It wasn't super huge. There is a bigger map. But in terms of, I do like to use the other one when Europe's involved with the enlarged Europe, because it does make it fairer. Because if not, Europe has a very tough time. You know, and Europe's quite interesting. It's where a lot of the Civs are, so I don't want to leave a lot of the Civs out. Actually, it's the Sioux are heading for Finland, not for Scandinavia. Maybe further into Russia after that. The Shoshone are in. If the Shoshone settle Scotland, there will definitely be a colonial tensions between those two. As there's now just 3. Oh no, there's 1 nuke, 2 jet fighters. This could be so interesting. I think, surely, I can imagine the Sioux and Shoshone teaming up on the Buccaneers. They would be the ultimate show of team firepower. Still got 2 nukes. They're all in LA now. People of LA, watch out. Your might explode on you. Argentina, yep, they settled San Juan down here. Their other settler is making it through Australia and Congo. I have no idea where it's going to go. New Zealand haven't settled just yet. Yeah, I think they're going to head for the west coast and settle here, because coastal cities are strategically pretty good. Can build more boats to go back to Oceania and deal. I mean, they have so many. They have a lot of stuff, New Zealand. I mean, Samoa actually do have a settler. I think this settler's been here for a very long time, though. Pretty sure we've seen that for a while. 44 population now in the city of Tafuna. And, yeah, I mean, it's... Oh, I'm surprised they haven't actually taken every bit of land here yet. But the Shoshone... This... I don't know why the other civs haven't settled everywhere. You know, they could have done so much more. But they chose not to. That's their choice, not mine. It's their choice to make, so I'm not going to judge them for it. They can settle where they want. To be fair, Africa probably will be filled up by the time we get to turn 600. Either that be through everyone just settling or through border growth. Europe will probably be full too. Again, through a bit more settling, a bit more border growth, depending on where you define as Europe. Europe will probably be full. Asia will definitely be empty still, because Russia, in particular, Siberia, is going to stay empty for a long time, as is probably this region. And sort of China's pretty empty. I mean, Samoa's borders have grown quite a bit, but no one else is here. New Zealand will start to take a weeny bit more of Southern Asia, but not a ton. So yeah, I'm not sure how exactly it's going to play out. Tlingit is still holding on. The greatest disappointment is still alive. The Chinook, I mean, they've had a tough game. They've done well before, so I'm not going to call them a disappointment. But California, again, they've never done okay. They've never done well. It's always the same civs that do well sometimes. I do feel bad, because like the Sioux and Shoshone tend to do well. They'll always, in a North American campaigns, usually one of them will do at least somewhat okay. If not the Iroquois or Texas, they both tend to do well. Texas had a tough game this campaign. I think the inclusion of the Buccaneers made it tough for them. And America did get off to a good start, which again made it tough for Texas. The Sioux, obviously, Sioux didn't settle most of their cities. They picked most of them off through war. Shoshone did actually settle most of theirs. They killed the Iroquois, Canada, so that made it quite easy for them. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Argentina staying peaceful, although it looks like maybe some units heading up north now, away from Salvador, toward the Mapuche. Whether it will happen in the next 5 turns or not is another question to be seen. We'll go over the info addicts in that results video too, so don't worry, we will get to see what everyone's got. I'm not going to go over it now because it will sort of spoil a surprise. For the next video, New Zealand did just settle Napier. That's probably not how you say that. Napier? I have no idea, but in Western India. So maybe India will at least fill up. That'd be nice. Yep, banning of citrus and truffles. You guys just can't help yourself. Canada's dead, so they're just banning everyone else's luxuries just to make it fun. Just to, you know, just to make sure no one else can have fun, because obviously they're dead. Argentina, where are you going to go with that settler? Is this Lake Victoria? No. The Wonder's just not here. Okay. Whatever. That's fine. Mount Kilimanjaro's not here either, so it's all good. The Sioux now deep towards, I'd say Moscow's a bit more east, but northern Ukraine, Belarus, probably. Where are you going? Where are you going to settle? You and the Sioux settler are about our only interest at the moment. There's a Shoshone settler going in, probably not going to settle then. And there's another one about to reach Ireland, so maybe they will settle, at least one of them. The Sioux's turn. I bet it'll be like turn 499 and the Sioux will declare war on Shoshone. That's my luck, really. That's what tends to happen in these campaigns. Just how it is, really. Any more settlers for New Zealand? No, not at the moment. They're happy. 2 new cities. I'm proud of you, though. You're going to eventually fill up India, hopefully. Oh, there's an outbreak of disease again in the Shoshone, as the curse of Canada strikes again, as more luxuries are banned. curse. Yeah, that's basically what's happened. The Shoshone have been hit with a lot of diseases, but again, they have the most cities, or one of the most cities, so that is to be expected. Shoshone's turn. No, nothing's happening. Argentina, you gonna do anything big late on in the campaign? Could probably take a few cities from the Mapuche in the next 3 turns if they really tried. Definitely these southern 2 that aren't really protected by the mountains, but these others might be a bit harder. They're taking a long time. They're obviously moving a lot of units around. Yeah, there's a lot of units coming up this way actually. They probably are going to attack Mapuche. It looks like they are going to kill the Mapuche. Probably not by 500, but by 550 and definitely by 600. I expect Argentina to have removed the Mapuche and just have the Shoshone with them in South America, and that would be such an interesting... I wonder what would happen if Argentina attacked the Shoshone. They'd obviously take Machu pretty easily. If they'd taken out the Mapuche by then, they could probably take out Cuba as well, but they would have to expect to get nuked. But would the Sioux then join their side and attack the Shoshone? Bear in mind the Sioux are order, so they're the only communist nation in the world. Would they not join another autocratic nation? Not sure how it would play out. Again, like I said, these guys may be friends. Maybe we'd see the Sioux also attack Argentina, because obviously there's benefits to that. The Sioux could gain some land in Africa in particular. So it would be interesting. Turn 498. We're getting close. I said I wouldn't show you this, so I'm not going to. But let's just have a look at some of the other stuff. Historical data. So Argentina, if it was score victory through the game's interpretation of score, Argentina would be winning. They've been winning since almost, I mean, before, seems like before Christ, so before Jesus was born, even though obviously before the year 0 AD. Brazil, you see what Brazil dropped off. Who is this that dropped off? Is that Kimberly? No. Someone who was strong and red. Oh, that's Canada's drop off there. The Sioux, Shoshone. Let's just highlight the Sioux, Shoshone, Argentina all up here. The Sioux are now ahead of the Shoshone. That was the fall of Canada. All the other nations never really... Samoa are only just reaching the strength Canadians were at on score. So, and then the purple nation there, I think, is the Kulin. Yep, the Kulin. New Zealand, yeah, so these 3 are well off the lead 3. Brazil sort of fell, and I mean, they're dead now, but yeah, that's how it's looking. So Canada actually were stronger than all 3 of the Oceania nations. So that's a shame that they died, but they did. It sucks, I know. Shoshone have another settler up. Maybe we will see the map fill up. And also the Shoshone's tanks, this is the last turn by the way, the Shoshone tanks are now modern armor, so that's a good time in the tree for them. If their war was to break out now, they'd be at distinct advantage, I would say, having those modern armor units. Are they going for the Tlingit? No, they've dispersed again. They thought about it, but the mountains made it too tough. I wouldn't be surprised. The Sioux could have done it. They could definitely... Actually, it looks like the Sioux may be about to attack the Chinook. It's going to be too late, obviously. I think the Sioux haven't gone yet. It's the Shoshone go first, then Argentina, then the Sioux. I think. I might be wrong, but looks like they might be about to finish off the Chinook, and then we may see them take the Tlingit. I think it's more likely the Sioux take the Tlingit. It's a lot easier for them to do it, because all the Tlingit's coastal cities and stuff. But who knows exactly what will happen. If Argentina settled, yep, they settled right here, in between the Sioux and Australia. Just a bit more land. Not sure why, because there's a big chunk of land here. And I mean, it's not like this is really valuable, because resources aren't anything, and there isn't any resources. It's probably just to annoy the Sioux and maybe protect Australia a little bit, which is a nice move. Yep, Sioux's turn now. Are you going to attack the Chinook? Maybe in a few turns they will. But, nope. Although they have moved stuff out onto a carrier in the ocean, yeah, it doesn't bode well for the Chinook, this growth of troops. Wow, this is insane. There's so many units here, it's ridiculous. Wow. New Zealand, did you pump out any more settlers before? Oh, Samoa put one in China. I didn't even notice. Yeah, this is China. Pretty sure this is modern day China without a map. People, that's the most money. That is it, guys. Year 2050, term 500. Thanks so much for watching. It's been awesome, this series. The support for this series has been incredible. thank you so much for 500 subscribers. I think I probably would have hit it a little while ago now, but it's awesome to know that there's 500 people out there that like my videos and click that subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. Be back whenever I think it should be tomorrow, but I don't want to guarantee that. Over the next 2 days, there'll definitely be a results video up, and then we'll be going on to 550 and 600. So please be sure to leave a like if you have enjoyed. A comment as well telling me any ideas for future AI series, although I do forget a lot of them, and obviously I can only do so many, so bear in mind I do ask for ideas a lot for stuff you might like to see. Obviously I have my own ideas to fit in there as well, alongside the fact that I can only do one at once. You know, it's not, I can't just be pumping out millions of videos all the time. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.